and welcome back to Just Wing It. Hey, we are back at my favorite secluded test site in the middle of the Mojave Desert. This is a dry lake bed that is on the outskirts of this little tiny town called Newberry Springs. I am here at the field with the UMX Turbo Timber, and oh, by the way, I want to say that in this time of global pandemic fighting the COVID-19 virus, I am practicing social distancing. I'm not trying to be facetious in any way, shape, or form, but I really am. I'm practicing social distancing. I'm out here at the dry lake bed. There's no one around me for, I don't know, hundreds of meters probably. And I'm figured if I'm going to get my RC fix on, I'm going to do it safely and responsibly and following the guidelines set forth by the health experts to help stop the spread of this virus and disease. I also want to say that my thoughts and prayers go out to those who are affected, those who have lost loved ones, those who are fighting the disease. Prayers go out to the folks all over the world, and I hope that we can get through this as a civilization, as a society quickly. I know we're going to get through it. It's just how long is it going to take? So anyway, that said, we're here with the UMX Turbo Timber. I actually have some charged batteries. And we're going to have some fun, okay? So we're going to beat the COVID blues, all right? So stop yammering and half flap. Let's get her up in the air. Let's get going. Okay. That was a half flap takeoff, and I just like having a lot of fun with my little UMX planes out here because it's just it's just a lot of fun to fly them in an unrestricted airspace, in a wide open airspace. We're half flap right now. We're going to bring her on down. We're going to do some real bush flying here. Okay, there we go. Got to feed in a little rudder. We're dragging that tail. Let's correct with the rudder. There we are. All right. Let's clean up the flaps. Let's bring her up, and let's do a little hammerhead. Okay. Hammerheads are different from wingovers in that they pivot on the wing. As you can see, this thing will do nice knife edges. Hey, what in the world is going on there? Do I have another bad battery? Oh, God. Tell me this isn't so. Oh, my God. All right. I think I might have another bad battery. Oh, my God. All right. Let me go see if I can get another battery. Ay, ay, ay! As my friend Brian says, warts and all. Stand by, folks and kitties all over the world. We'll be right back with a charged battery. Stay tuned. And we're back. Okay, we are back at the field with the UMX Turbo Timber. We are practicing social distancing. We're trying to beat the COVID-19 blues. Just had another fiasco with batteries. Okay, so why the plane started pulsing, I don't know. Because let me have a caveat. All these batteries are freshly charged and have been checked. They're all good to go. Okay? Disclaimer. In my epic fail video, they weren't. Okay? That was an epic fail. I didn't check the batteries and, the 5 Ps, piss poor planning or prior planning prevents piss poor performance. So, epic fail, didn't prior plan, piss poor performance. Okay, this, I don't know what's going on. Good battery. So, let's find out. I put another battery in here. Let's see what happens. One thing I have noticed maybe is these are all older E-flite. The little E-flite 2-cell 280s, these are all the older blue ones. So let's find out. Anyways, here we go. Okay, we're back up in the air. We're doing good. There's a half flap takeoff. Look at the look at the green in the mountains back there. Whoa! I'm looking at the green in the mountains. I almost took my head off. Well, it looks so good. Look at that. Look at all the green in the mountains. The reason is we've been getting a lot of rain out here in the Mojave Desert lately. It is the rainy season, or one of the rainy parts of the year. So anyway, all right. So she seems to be flying okay. We're gonna clean the flaps up. I don't know. I just don't know what's going on. Okay. Okay. Didn't. And I was just giving her some throttle just to see, is she gonna start pulsing? And she didn't. Okay. Good. So let's see what happens here. It's about a 60% throttle knife edge. Out there to the VA center. Okay. And she's still not chirping. All right. Knife edge to the horizon. Okay, let's bring in half flap. She's practically gliding all the way back. That's crazy. All right. Half flap. All right. No chirping yet. Let's clean the half flap up. Let's try a loop. All right. Try a loop. Full throttle. All right. No chirping yet. I don't know. Maybe that battery. Now here's another thing. That battery might be old. And it is. There's no mites about it. That battery is very old, and it could very well be that it's just not cut out for this plane anymore. You know what I'm saying? So it could very well be, because I fly my UMX planes quite a bit. You know, what you see actually on camera is just a small fraction of the flying I do. Whoa. Let's take her back off. It's actually a small fraction of the flying I do, and I do a lot of flying, or at least I try to. I haven't been able to lately because of the COVID outbreak. So anyway, whoa, that was a little rougher than I would have liked. But hey, warts and all, right? So yeah, you can't. I don't do every single landing perfect. About 98% of them. About 98% of them I do perfectly. Some of them I muck up. You know, and when you muck up a landing, you know why you did, right? You know that, okay, I didn't control the throttle very well. I didn't flare properly, whatever. So, you know, you get to a point where you know what you did wrong. So anyways, let's do a reverse half Cuban. Let's see if she's going to chirp. Full throttle. And just beautiful, right? Nice. Okay, well, no chirping so far, so we're good. So let's land her. I want to show you an interesting way to launch. Boy, she just doesn't want to come down. So I get there's about a 2-mile-an-hour breeze. There's a breeze. It's not even wind. It's a breeze, okay? And she just doesn't want to come down with this breeze. With this breeze. Isn't this thing sick? Oh, sick. Okay. Maybe we should just put this thing around. You know, nice and slow, right? Where are we at? Coming up on 3 minutes? Okay, I want to show you a underhand launch, and we'll try a couple more things. I think maybe that battery is just, it's just not, you know, it's just not good anymore. Okay, the wind's coming this way, so let's go this way. All right. Okay, very good. All right. I'm going to show you underhand launch, and I think the wind is coming from over here. I can kind of feel it. So what's going to happen is we're going to go ahead and we're going to keep her at half flaps. And all we're going to do is we're going to go about, I don't know, 60% throttle. Just let her fly out of the hand, okay? Here we go. All right, there we are. All right, we're going to try that again. In fact, I'm going to try something. I'm going to experiment. We're just going to wing it. What? Okay, full flap, diving in. Bring the throttle back on to arrest that sink rate. All right, like a soft as a feather. Okay, we're going to clean up the flaps, and we're going to see if this thing will actually climb right out of my hand. How about that? You ready? Here we go. Full throttle. Well, there you go. Okay, she didn't really climb vertically, but she sort of stabilized. Let's try that again here. Full flap. All right. All right, clean the flaps up. We're going to try that one more time. We're going to see if she'll just climb right on my hand. Here we go. Full throttle. There we are. We just let her go, and she actually wants to pull down and fly. So full throttle. Here we are, coming on in from the mountains here. All right. Okay, very good. We clean up the flaps when we're taxiing a tail dragger. That's what we do. Because what happens is if you have the flaps down, they tend to want to lift the plane, okay? So, or lift the tail of the aircraft. So, if you have the, see, look at the landing gear. Ah! Why are you doing that, my little anteater, my little aardvark? Anyway, all right. So, okay, back to the talking point of the flaps. So, if you have the flaps down, it actually tends to lift the tail. So, no matter, even if you have the tail planted, it's counterproductive, because if you have the flaps down while you're taxiing a tail dragger, it tends to want to lift the tail. So just clean the flaps up while you're taxiing a tail dragger, you're good to go. We don't have those same problems. You don't have the same problems with the nose gear aircraft or tricycle geared aircraft, because if the flaps are trying to kick the tail up, well then guess what? You're putting more pressure on the nose wheel, so you're actually giving it more authority, if that makes any sense. Okay. Two things I've really noticed I don't like about this model. Number one, the ESC lead to the battery is so dang short. It's crazy. It really, really is. It's very hard to get the battery plugged in the ESC connector, because the ESC connector is like this long, coming off the brick. Number two, I don't think that this landing gear is the same landing gear that they used on the original Timber, the original UMX Timber, because I do not recall the original UMX Timber splaying out that way. And as you can see, I mean, I had one kind of iffy landing in there, but the majority of the landings you just saw were pretty good, okay? Not enough to cause that. So I think that they're using a bit of a cheaper metal, perhaps. I don't know. But certainly that's not, I do not recall the original UMX Timber doing that. So in any event, hey, we're out at the dry lake. We're showing off the new E-flite UMX Turbo Timber on a day where there's really no wind, on a day where I have mostly charged batteries. Okay, what's going on that one battery? I don't know. I'm going to mark it with a little X, as I do on the ends of my batteries that are questionable, and I think perhaps it's time to retire that battery. I think that even though it was fully charged, apparently this motor and prop combo are producing enough drag on the battery, or enough pull on the battery, where its voltage sags to the point where the battery cannot facilitate this model. Does that make sense? I think it does, because I've now flown a couple of good batteries through this model and it's working just fine. So I think that battery needs to get the infamous black X. So anyways, it'll be used for testing. It'll be a test battery. I'll run models up with it and so forth, but I won't fly on it. So, and that's what I recommend you do, and I try to encourage you to do things like that. Is if you watch these videos and you watch various, I don't want to call myself a YouTuber because I am not, but you watch other enthusiasts, maybe you can learn something. And that's what I personally do. I put little X's on my batteries so I know that's a test battery. In any event, again, please stay safe, please stay healthy, and practice social distancing, okay? As you can see, although I'm flying my little RC airplane, I'm in the middle of a dry lake bed, in the middle of the Mojave Desert, and I'm not anywhere near anyone else. So again, thoughts and prayers go out to those who are affected by the COVID-19, by the coronavirus. And I hope we can all get through this quickly as not only a country, the United States of America, but as a global population. I know I have people and subscribers who watch from all over the world, and I love those folks. And please stay healthy, stay safe wherever you are, and we're going to get through this okay. So in any event, cheers, blue skies, happy landings, all the best from Just Wing It, and we're at the dry lake bed with the UMX Turbo Timber. It's a 1.5 thumbs up. I guess it's a 2 thumbs up, but really, if Horizon Hobbies fixed that lead, the battery lead from the ESC, and I don't know, there's really no fixing that landing gear, I don't think. But in any event, those are the two things that really kind of bum me out about this model, is that ESC lead's a bit wonky. It's really short, and it's kind of hard to plug the battery in. And I can't imagine folks that have really big hands trying to do that. And this landing gear is it's a bit wonky, to be sure. So in any event, hey, cheers everyone from Just Wing It in the dry lake bed with the new E-flite UMX Turbo Timber.